Hello there. Welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm terrible at managing money, but I am trying to get better. So with today's video, I am on the month of April of my monthly debt confessions. It's about month 8, or it's 8 months since I've started, but I think it's technically month 7 because I started in September of 2023. All right. So let's get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and write the month and the year at the top because I have more in debt than I make yearly. So I will be probably in this debt journey for over 2 years, according to Dave Ramsey. I'm not doing the Dave Ramsey plan, but I did take his course, and he stated that if you have more than your annual income, then you are likely to be in this debt payoff plan for over 2 years. And since I am not gazelle intense, I believe that he is right. All right, so as you can see here, I already have my debts and my previous balances pre-listed, and we're gonna go line by line, seeing what happened month over month. So we are in the beginning of April, so this is like what I did in the month of March. So as you can see with this card, which is my main card that I use because it does add up to extra travel points, I did go up with my balance month over month by $1,139.41. My California Coast Credit Union, which is my oldest card, which I probably won't ever get rid of until I buy a house, I guess, which who knows when that happened. That went down by $3.20. My Chase Edge card was at 0, stayed at 0, so there wasn't much of a difference. My USAA signature, that went down by the entire balance of $924.66. So it's not a $0 balance because of this is a balance transfer card. So the 0% promotional balance or promotional interest rate was going to end this year. So I went ahead and paid it off early. Then there is my City Diamond card. So this is the next card that I am tackling with my 0% interest promotional balance. And so I paid off $641 from that balance month to month. All right, next we have my Bank of America Platinum card. So it went down by $61, which is just the minimum payment. This one's also a promotional balance transfer fee interest rate type of card, but I'm not gonna be able to pay off both of these by February of next year. It's just too much for me. I'll probably get close though. All right, then I have my USAA rate credit card. So that went down by $88.96, which is just the minimum, minus what went to interest. Then we have my Chase Sapphire card. So this went up by $20.30, and it went up because this card charges an annual fee. So I made my minimum, what is normally about $100 or so. That went to the principal minus, because that's what it is, minus the interest. It's my minimum is around $250, and I still did not have enough to cover that annual fee, just my minimum payment, so that sucks. All right, so for my credit cards, even though I went up by over $1,100 on my Chase Freedom card, which is just my everyday card, I still went down month over month by $539.53, simply because of the extra debt payments that I made, especially with these two cards that have the promotions ending soon. All right, my Vivint loan went down by the minimum monthly payment. There is no interest on this loan. Then we have my student loan, which went down the monthly minimum minus what went to interest. Then we have my auto loan, which also went down, my monthly minimum, minus what goes to interest. And then we have my personal loan, which went down, the monthly minimum minus what goes to interest. And this is my highest payment amount, with my monthly minimum being $553. So a lot goes to interest. Just a lot goes to this payment in general. So as you can see here, this is the loans sections total, and it goes down a little over $750 every single month because I do make the minimums and I do not add to these loans in any way. So this went down $797.24. All right, so now if we were to look at my total debt, you can see month over month, my debt went down by a lot. It went down $1,336.76. I am so happy. I have started making and receiving my income from my second job. My roommate's paying me. My main job is doing good. My main job, there's no promotions coming, which sucks. I did get that little bit of a raise back in December, but that was a raise that I should have gotten in July, so that wasn't like anything new. It was something that I should have been deserved or been earned, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I'm gonna take my wins where I can. And this is my new debt balance, $63,735.70. I love that it's going down. This 1,000th digit went down too. I'm so happy about that. All right, so now let's get into coloring in some of these trackers. So I like to put down a sheet of paper so that way when I color it in, it doesn't mess up what I've already written. So here we have my total debt tracker with the amount of debt that I had back in September 2023 when I started this debt-free journey of $71,725.67. And then as you can see here, we haven't always been able to color in for every single month that I've been paying off debt, but we will be able to color in some boxes for this month. So the first box we'll color in 2 boxes for April. One moment while I do that. All right, and as you can see, we have our 2 boxes colored in. This is for the debt that I have paid off month to month. So in the month of April, I'm counting these 2 boxes. So excited. So happy. Finally, I feel like this is something that's should have happened a while ago. Should have never had the debt. But, you know, we are where we are. So for my credit card, we started paying off debt starting September 2023. You can see we colored off our first box in March of 2024. So yeah, our progress with my credit cards has been very non-existent, if you will. All right. Oh, you couldn't see. Sorry about that. So for our April's progress, we are able to color in 2 boxes. So we went for coloring in none for 6 months to 1, and now we're 2. Whew, so excited. Like, I'm so happy. I just need to get all this debt paid off. I really need that $553 debt to be paid off. But at least we're making progress. Okay, so now let's move on to my last debt tracker. That is my loans. And we'll see how many boxes we can color off. You can see we've been coloring some boxes every single month just because of the way it is with how I make my payments for these loans. All right, and for the month of April, we were able to color in 2 more boxes for a total of 17 boxes. So we're getting so close to this 25% done mark. These loans have my student loans in them, and that's like a 10-year long plan. So we'll just see how it all works out when it works out. But this debt tracker has been my only saving grace because I have not always been successful with my credit cards and my total debt progress. Okay. All right. Well, that is it. And that's my breakdown of my now $63,735.70 of debt. Thank you for following along. If you stayed to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join this journey with me. So hit like, click the subscribe button, leave a comment, and then my next video will be out tomorrow. And if you have any advice, please leave it down below, as I would greatly appreciate it. But thank you, and until then, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.